Cool. Better. All right. Welcome back to NickTalks. So it's been a long time, and I have this video here that I've been sitting on since the end of last month, and I was like, let me watch it through before I post it, because I originally this video that I'm about to talk about was supposed to be a finance video, and then I wanted to test out this finance system before I did a video on it. So I kind of just did a fill-in video, and I'm watching it, and that stuff is boring, and I don't want to post it. So, I might still post it just for progress tracking, but not real edge of your seat page turner there. But it has been a month since I input that finance system. I gotta just hold this thing. It's way too far away. It has been a month since I input this finance system, as I was talking about, and it's working great. It's working great. Like, it's so simple and it works so well, and I feel like it's just a great entry point into, chasing your dreams, kinda. It's like the first step, and it seems to be really helping me out. And basically all I did with this crazy finance system that is so great is just got a Google spreadsheet, and I have one page for documenting income, so that way I can average out my income per day based on how many tips I get and whatnot. As I said, I'm a server. And then I have another tab that I can just click over to, and it is all of my finances. So essentially I have I don't know if I can just show you. But essentially, garbage. Okay, yeah, good enough, right? Okay, so look, I put all my inputs here, so all of the incoming money is in the income log here, and then I have it broken up into all of the categories based on percentage, right? As soon as I get home from a day, I record all the money that I made, and then I put it through this system, and I filter it out. And I definitely, if I knew how to use Sheets better, I could definitely create a program so that it would just filter for me, but I haven't done that. So I just filter it through every night before I go to sleep, and it's insane watching, because each one of these categories is specific to one of my goals. So I have my expenses, obviously, so things like rent and my phone bill and, whatever, things that I have to spend money on, groceries, gas, that kind of jazz. And then whatever percentage of my income I'm allocating to that goes to expenses, right? And then I have saving, I have investing, I have personal cash, and then I have a giving account, which is basically I live off 90 and I save 10 to give away. So, someone needs help, I see an opportunity to buy someone something, or, hey, spot me, I don't have any money for lunch, can you help me out? Yeah, I have an account to where I can use that money only for others, and in that way, I don't feel like I'm losing anything, and it almost makes me more excited to give. And it's pretty crazy watching how fast it grows. I only have it's 10%, but it grows incredibly quickly. And it's enabled me to buy nice things for people and do nice things, and I would imagine that the better I get at saving the money in there, if I have $10,000 in my giving account that I can't touch, and then somebody really needs help, then 10 grand can help a lot. So, but I do think this is important. I think that tracking finances is going to be one of the things that really helps me get on the road to where I'm going. And it took me probably 15-20 minutes to set up, maybe a couple hours to really think through how I wanted it to function. But this is the first iteration, Mark 1 here, right? And it's working fantastic, and I know already how I can improve it, but I know exactly how much it's helped in my life, because when I go to the store, say I want a nice new pair of Nike shorts or something like that, I can just look into my account for personal spending and I can see exactly how much money I have to spend. And so say there's 100, 200, 300, $400 in there. Okay, go nuts, buy something, like you can. And it's not going to take away from any of my bills. It's not going to put me behind for the month. It's all that money that's in there is for that exact reason, for me to just be like, hey, I want this, I'm going to buy it, right? And so investing, like I have investing at 2.5% because I've been paying like a lot of bills, like trying to catch up on things like mess ups in the past and just trying to get ahead of everything. So I have 80% is going to bills, 80%, right? So that means I have saving, investing, and petty cash or personal cash split between 10%. So I have 2.5, and 5, which is not a whole lot. So now I have more free available income, so I can lower my expenses and more money will go into there. But even then, because the biggest thing that you hear is, and even my own excuse was, I don't have enough money to start. I don't have enough money to buy any Bitcoin. I don't have enough money to enter the stock market. I don't have enough money to get working on my projects, my goals, my aspirations. And when you do something like this, it lays it all out for you. And you can't be afraid to look at your finances. I look at it every single day, because that way I know I'm on top of it and I'm not afraid to look at it because I know exactly where it's at. And so even with just 2.5% in my investment category, it grows steadily over time. Maybe it takes a month, 2 months for there to be like a significant amount of money in there, but that doesn't matter. I can see that it's steadily growing and I know that I'm not going to touch that money unless it's being used for investment. So, what I've been doing is like every time it hits $100, I'll think of, some investment to put that in. Like last time I bought Bitcoin, and then this time I'm going to be investing in I mean, it's kind of nuanced like how you use it, but I'm going to use it to put the freaking workbench in this closet here finally, because that's going to enable me to get working on a lot of different projects and a lot of things that have been set on the back burner because I don't have space or I'm too afraid to dirty up my desk or something like that, like to get working on those things. So it is an investment. It is an investment into things that I can work on in the future. So in that way, I've understood that that's what I want to spend it on, so I'm going to do that. And so it's really just, I have just one bank account. I mean, I have a bank account and a savings account, but they're all connected, right? And this automatically, I can just see where everything's at. So it's not really a matter of loading up 10 different credit cards and opening 5 different bank accounts and differentiating what account is going to use to pay what. It's not that difficult, I just go into Google Spreadsheets, which is free. Just need to make a Google account and then open a Google spreadsheet, and then I can do all of this stuff. And it's all programmable, I can just type in equations and it'll automatically filter out what I want it to do. So it's just so incredibly easy. And if you're someone who is procrastinating working on their dreams, then just take this small baby step, this tiny little step. And even if, you're not super consistent or things kind of fall through the cracks, it'll still help you see what's going on. And the better you are at staying on top of it and logging every single income that is coming in through any source. Someone gives you $10 at the gas station, log that as income, right? And filter it through the system the same way, right? So 2.5% of that is not a whole lot, but it's going to be going to my investment account, and that's a couple cents to a couple dollars more than I had in there before, right? So it just really, really, really puts into perspective where your money is going and how much money you really have. Because I didn't think that I was making very much money, but then I do things like this and it's like, I'm actually doing okay, because I'm not spending it on BS, when I go out to eat. I'm not going out to eat as much. I'm not racking up a big bill at the grocery store, right? I'm more intentional because I know how long it takes to get those accounts up based on what I make, right? For example, even better example, my personal cash right now is negative $31, right? Because I bought something for myself that I didn't necessarily need, and I didn't check my money before I bought that. Now, I could have just, cycled it through different accounts and told myself a story and, oh, well, I'll just take it out of expenses or I'll take it out of investing and what. No. So I put it in my personal checking account, basically, to where that's just money that I spend on me or money that I spend on whatever. And it put me negative. So that means that I literally cannot buy anything else until that's back into the green. And so you see, like, it's taking me almost this whole week just to get it down. I was almost negative $80, and it's taken me days and days and days to try and rack it back up because it is filtering through slowly. It's only 2.5%, right? So I guess maybe it's 5 actually. No, it is 2.5%. So it doesn't rack up very quickly if you're only allocating a tiny percentage to it. So it makes you more careful, it makes you more cautious, it makes you more intentional with how you spend your money, and it makes you realize the value of that money, and by extension the value of the time spent to get that money. Because that's something that I never really understood, or I never really connected with. It was like, I just go to work so I can get a paycheck, and yes, I try to excel at my job, but I didn't take it very seriously. But now it's like, I am coming here for one reason, and that is to exchange my time for money, right? And so I take it much more seriously. I do better at work, right? Just because I see that the difference that it makes. I'm aware of, I get more tips when I work harder. I get, people pay me better when I give them a better service, right? So just seeing everything in front of me instead of it just being deposited, and I'll go cash my check, I'll go cash my tips. You don't really have this dynamic interaction with your finances when you do it that way. And this is so simple. It took me no time whatsoever to do. And it takes me no time at the end of every day. I come home, normally what do you do when you go home from work? You BS on the couch, you watch something on your phone, or you watch a movie, or you do whatever. When I get home from work, I work all night shifts. So I get off at like 2:30, 3 in the morning, roughly, depending on the day. And then I just come into the office, put in my tips for that day into my tip averaging thing so I can see the average for the week. And then I have a total finances, which is the one I just showed you. And it just cycles through. I just cycle it through. It takes me 10, 15 minutes. Usually I end up staying in here for like an hour before I go to sleep. But it takes me no time at all. And just that little bit of investment into being more conscious of how I organize my finances has changed so much. It's so much. I have money to spend. I can go and buy nice things for myself because I know that money is only being used for me, right? I can buy nice things for other people because I know it's only in my giving account. I can't do anything else with it. I can invest in cryptocurrency. I can invest in the stock market. I can invest in business ideas because I know that money that I'm using for that can only be used for investments. So I might as well do it, right? And even if I don't do it, it's just going to save by itself, right? So, I was going to make a video about this at the beginning of the month, but I felt like it would be more beneficial if I knew what I was talking about and if I had actually used it steadily through the month. And so I've been completely congruent, I've been on it, and it's made some big differences. And I would encourage anyone who sees this to at least try and do a similar thing. I mean, you could even do it on paper. It doesn't even matter. When I first started doing this, I wasn't really sure how to use spreadsheets. Not that that's super intimidating, but I just liked it on paper first. And so I was writing things down. That's fine too. It's just taking your finances out of the dark, where nobody knows what's going on. It's just, you can check your bank statements and go through there, but you can't see it all laid out neatly. And taking it out of that dark place and bringing it into somewhere where you can see every penny moving around, and you can really get a respect for what you want and how you're going to get it, right? So, and all of these, like saving, investing, personal cash, giving, expenses, I designed that. It's not some system, right? So you just think of like 2-3 goals. Think exactly how much percent of your total income per month do you want to allocate to that? Maybe you want to start a new hobby. Maybe you've been putting off, going to see your family, yeah, vacation, anything, and you just allocate a certain percentage, and it slowly adds up. You don't use that money for anything else, and next thing you know, you got it. Next thing you know, you got it. It just comes right along, right? So it really is just like such a simple step that has already made a huge difference. And I can see how the better that I get at it, the better the future is going to be, just because I'm being accountable with my money. Because money is energy, money is time, and money is energy. And the better I can utilize it, and the better I can interact with it, and the better that I can be intentional and intelligent instead of just being a freaking young man spending all his dough on whatever, booze or experiences. Like I'm not just running out to the club every freaking Friday, blowing my whole wad of cash on drinks and whatever. Now I'm actually doing things. I'm getting things done. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get started on this workbench because I have money in this investment account that can't be used for anything else. And so I can get started. I mean, I've had this freaking project up on the whiteboard for, I don't know, since I moved in, and I haven't done anything with it. I haven't done anything with it because I haven't known how much to spend on it. Oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to start my hydroponics stuff. I don't want to start my workbench. I don't want to get a new computer. Well, now I have accounts that can't be used for anything else. So it's not bad. It's not bad. But I just wanted to start with that. I was going to give like a whole plant update and all that stuff, but I don't think I want to do that like every single time. And that last video that I watched was like pretty dry, and I was really just kind of going through the plants. I don't think it's bad content, but in terms of like it's background noise kind of. I'm not going to sit there and watch it intently, but it is decent information on self-sufficiently and home gardening. So maybe I will post it. Who knows? But I'm future for the channel. I'm thinking my next main goal after I get this workbench is I got to get a computer because I got to start editing these videos. It's just this long form is relaxed and it doesn't really require much effort. But if I really want to take this thing seriously, then I'm gonna have to put more in, and I can't do that on this computer. I mean, I could, but it would literally be hair-ripping annoying. So I'm not going to do that for both of our sake. But I'll probably share once I get this workbench up and I get all my tools organized, and maybe next month I can get that computer. I think that's the only thing on my radar, really. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Just wanted to give that quick update and let you guys know how the finance system is going, and hopefully inspire you to do something similar. I mean, you could do it however you want. I don't really care. I mean, this is just the way that I've done it, and it's working pretty great. If you like Excel, I don't have Excel, or I mean, maybe I do. Who knows? I don't even really know where that would be, but do whatever you want. I'm just saying that paying attention to exactly where your money is going as it's coming in and as it's being filtered through whatever system you design is nothing but beneficial. And I can't advocate for it enough. And I would assume that the more money you have, the more important that becomes, because, you know, say I'm taking home $1 million a year and I have no idea where any of it's going, and you know, I'm struggling to pay bills every month. That's a problem. So instituting these good habits now can only be beneficial for the future, I would assume, I would imagine, which is what we're going for, right? We all want to be rich. We all want to make that money. We all want to buy that nice car. We all want to, you know, achieve the job of our dreams and make our family proud and happy and help everyone that we can. And the only way we can do that is small baby steps, right? Because that's what we got. That's what we got today. So on that note, I'm going to leave that off here, but appreciate you guys. I'm going to try and whatever. I'm not going to make any empty promises here. We're going to just coax this thing along as we can. And as soon as I get my computer, maybe we'll start grinding a little heavier. But, you know, when you make content that's like 20 minutes long and you're just ragging, it's not super exciting. It's pretty exciting. I mean, I enjoy it. Let's not get it twisted. But I would like to present something that I'm slightly more proud of than just my face. You know what I mean? So on that note, have a good weekend. Have a good week. Have a good day at work. Have fun tonight. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Enjoy it. You only got so much time, right? So might as well have a good one. But alrighty, on that note, Nick out.